kórè pérégedé kápolówó ọjà kájọwọ́ ọgbà ìgbélárugẹ àwọn ètò wọn ẹ̀kọ́ wọlé fùnà aré ìdárayá ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rẹ́ẹ̀nẹ̀gbẹ́ dédé wèrè mẹ́nìjáwọ́ olúborí ẹ̀wọ̀n ará Ìjẹ̀bú ẹ̀wọ̀n ará Rẹ́mọ ẹ̀wọ̀n ará Ìjẹ̀bú rọ́ọ̀mù Ìjẹ̀bú ẹ̀wọ̀n ará Ìjẹ̀bú ẹ̀wọ̀n ará Ṣàgámù ẹ̀wọ̀n ará Ìlàrá ẹ̀wọ̀n ará Àgọ́ Ìwọ̀. ẹ jẹ́ mọ̀ bọ̀ ní Nta Abeokuta fún àjọṣepọ̀ rẹ̀ ìdánmọ̀ràn. NTA Channel 12 ní Abeokuta, Channel 103 rà wà lórí StarTimes. NTA Abeokuta dídíra àdúró bí Olúmọ.
Season is here. It's Easter 2. Once again to bring to your viewing inspiring messages and teachings from the Word of God through anointed men and women of God in churches in our state and beyond. Here is calling on all children of God to sponsor our programs at Model Church. Time of repentance, call to repentance, time of sanctification, who is Jesus, power of resurrection, and many more. Our Lenten top programs ready for sponsorship. You can also book for your Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, Palm Sunday, Easter Sunday, Easter Monday programs of your churches well ahead of time. For more inquiries,
on the news tonight, President Buhari approves immediate reduction of pump price of petrol from 145 naira to 125 naira per litre. Federal government temporarily suspends issuance of visa, restrict movement into the country. Senate calls on President Buhari to address Nigerians on coronavirus, just as House of Representatives passes resolution on COVID-19. Good evening. This is 10 of 12 News on Nta Abeokuta. My name is Adeni Taiwo. It's our pleasure to have you join us. The government has temporarily suspended the issuance of all visa on arrival and has also restricted entry into the country for travelers from 13 countries. The countries are China, Italy, Iran, South Korea, Spain, Japan, France, Germany, Norway, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, Netherlands, and Switzerland. These are all countries with over 1,000 cases domestically. Secretary to the Government of the Federation said these restrictions are part of the further measures agreed by the Presidential Task Force for the Control of COVID-19, and the measures will take effect from Saturday, 21st March 2020, and will last for 4 weeks, subject to review. The SGF also said these measures are being taken after an assessment of the global situation, noted that all persons arriving in Nigeria who might have visited the countries 15 days prior to such arrival will be subjected to supervised self-isolation and tested for 14 days. The federal government also urged public health authorities of countries with high burden to conduct diligent screening of passengers and also endorse these travel advisories to their nationals to postpone travels to Nigeria. The Senate has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to address the nation on the dreaded COVID-19 in the country and set up a special intervention fund for tackling the scourge. This followed a motion by Senator Benjamin Guje, which also urged the federal government to urgently establish testing centers in all the states of the Federation. The Senate also advised the federal government to shut down all airports in the country except the Azikwe International Airport, Abuja, and Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, for easy monitoring, while all Nigerians coming into the country from high-risk countries be quarantined by government against the initial self-quarantine. Senate also canvassed tighter border control and for government at all levels to immediately embark on sensitization. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has passed wide-ranging resolutions towards preventing the spread of the coronavirus in Nigeria. During Wednesday plenary, House members, while debating COVID-19 pandemic under matters of urgent public importance, urged authorities to ban open warships, as was done in Saudi Arabia and the Vatican, place officials at land borders on high alert, and restrict inbound flights to Lagos and airports and Abuja airports only. House members also called for agreements between Nigeria and other countries for the production and supply of coronavirus test kits and weekly briefing by the Minister of Health to the House leadership on the disease. The lawmakers also adopted a motion on the Abule gas explosion in Lagos, which urges immediate distribution of the relief fund to assist victims, investigating the cause of the accident, and provide relief materials to those affected. Following the death of a woman initially suspected to be a COVID-19 victim in Enugu State, the state government says it will investigate the condition of isolation centers in the state. Nta Abeokuta completes the report.
This is the Esut Colliery Hospital, said to be the isolation center in Enugu, where patients with suspected cases of coronavirus and other infectious diseases have to be isolated and quarantined. When NTA News crew visited the said isolation facility, they were denied access into the center, and efforts made to get the officials of the hospital to speak did not yield positive results. However, it was gathered from the letter making the rounds in the social media, purportedly written by the daughter of the woman suspected of the COVID-19 in Enugu, that upon her return to Nigeria from her visit to UK on Wednesday, 11th of March 2020, she exhibited some symptoms of the coronavirus and was taken to the hospital on the 13th of March, while her blood samples were collected on Saturday, 14th, and proved negative on the 15th of March.
The good news is that the sample came back from the Royal Specialist Hospital at the later hours of Sunday, and as it were, the result turned out to be negative. So the state at large, the Emergency Operations Center, the Ministry of Health, and the government of Enugu State are very, very happy with that development. But again, it has set a pace, at least to test the preparedness of the state, which we've seen that is very, very, very optimal.
Even though the blood sample tested negative to COVID-19, the woman was said to have died, having been isolated in a dilapidated environment that seems to have been left uninhabitable over a long period of time. When NTA News crew put a call across to the Enugu State Commissioner for Information, as well as the Permanent Secretary, State Ministry of Health, they said the state government has summoned the management of the hospital to find out what actually happened and would brief the press on the outcome of the meeting. Also in the letter, the daughter of the said woman is asking why the Enugu State government had to wait until the news of the suspected case of the woman with COVID-19 before responding by releasing 20 million naira for the case of coronavirus and other emergencies. The strand of coronavirus was detected back in December 2019, and the state government had before now assured residents of Enugu that it has an isolation center that is optimally ready to deal with any case of coronavirus and other emergencies.
They've activated their own, emergency operations center.
The state government encouraged the residents to ensure the highest level of personal hygiene, especially the hand and respiratory hygiene. In Enugu, Nta Abeokuta, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the immediate reduction of pump price of petrol from 145 naira per litre to 125 naira per litre. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timothy Silva, announced this at a media briefing after the meeting of the Federal Executive Council in Abuja.
You are all aware that oil prices have drastically dropped. And we know that this really will translate to a lot of sufferings on the part of Nigerians. Therefore, the president has graciously approved that the pump price of petrol should also accordingly drop. So the pump price of petrol will be from now 125 for now. If there is any further drop, it will even drop further. We are introducing a price modulation mechanism, which will allow the price to drop or rise with the rise in crude oil prices, so that our people will not just take the brunt of this crude oil price drop, but also get at least some benefit from it.
The Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, also gives an update on the travel ban and restriction earlier issued by the federal government, which affected 13 countries that have more than 1,000 cases of COVID-19.
We will no longer be taking whoever takes off from those nations, nor are we taking their citizens coming from anywhere for now. What this really means is that we are suspending issuance of visas. And we are cancelling all visas already issued to citizens or travelers from these nations. It will take effect from Saturday, and it will last for 4 weeks. For instance, for the time being, while developments will dictate what will happen thereafter.
What is most important for us is to save millions of Nigerians, not just from their own jobs, save their lives. And I think you put on the balance, it's clear which option should be adopted. Of course, it will bring some hardship, as it's bringing other parts of the world. But I think when you put it on the balance, the option is very clear. The interest of our nation and the interest of Nigeria is paramount, superior to any other personal interest. And still talking about COVID-19, the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, is taking adequate precautions by providing hand gloves and sanitizers for candidates in the ongoing examination to prevent the spread of coronavirus. In Kwara State, the exercise has been peaceful and orderly since it started. Olukemisoni here reports.
Candidates seeking admission into the tertiary institutions in Nigeria in the year 2020 have begun the process as they converged on their various centers in the Kwara State capital.
It's been going very smoothly. There is no any issues. We started on the 14th of March. There are no issues. There is no problem.
Security agents from the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps deployed to the CBT centers screened the candidates as they entered for the examination, while parents who were not allowed to come close to the center stood afar to watch the procedure.
I cannot really see what is going on because I just came in with my daughter. She's having the I just said I should come on time to check what is going on.
Some of the candidates shared their views on the exercise.
On my seat wasn't on at first, so I had to call their attention and let them.
Actually, I'm not in everything else happened.
It was obvious that JAMB is mindful of the situation of health in the world, as the candidates were provided with sanitizer. However, it was observed that the candidates sat too close. Some traders also used the opportunity to make brick business as they sold items like snacks and drinks.
Come here to protect them so that when they are hungry, we'll be able to say 1 or 2.
The 2020 edition of the UTME witnessed the highest registered number of candidates in the 41 years history of JAMB. Olukemisoni, NTA News.
And turning our attention away from coronavirus to the entertainment world, it was all glitz and glamour at the 7th edition of AMVCA Award as the event drew stars from the movie industry. Hope Everi has details on entertainment news.
Nta Entertainment News Tonight. The famous Nigerian singer Innocent Uja Idibia, popularly known as Tu Baba, recently celebrated 20 years in the music industry. Tu Baba, who started his music career after dropping out of school in Enugu and headed to Lagos, where together with Blackface, Face formed the Plantation Boys Band. The trio released 2 successful albums in 2000 and separated in 2004. Thereafter, each members of the group went solo. In 2004, Two-Face, his debut solo album Face to Face, established him as a viable solo artist. In 2006, his African Queen song set him on an international platform. Today, the name Two-Face is reckoned with internationally. He also did collaboration with the likes of DJ Jinijat, Waje, Sound Satan, and he is respected and seen as an example to the rest of the artists. Two-Face Idibia has won several awards for music and entertainment. He is a songwriter, a singer, record producer, entrepreneur, philanthropist, humanitarian, and activist. In 2014, he went by the stage name Tu Baba. We hope to hear more good music in coming years. Congratulations. Many thanks for watching. I'm Esther Okoli.
Many thanks, Esther Kule. That entertainment news was actually about Two-Face Idibia's 20 years on stage as a star. That's Channel 12 News. Remember to play your part in the ongoing campaign against epidemics by embracing personal hygiene and positive attitude to environment. Good night.
Welcome to our wonderful world of data with these incredible new offers from your #1 4G network nationwide. Glow Unlimited.
Whenever you notice or experience leakage of gas in your kitchen, please take the following steps. First, turn off the knob of your gas cylinder. Turn off the gas burner. Put off filament light bulbs in the kitchen and open the windows widely for ventilation.
In the event of fire outbreak occasioned by liquefied petroleum gas, do not attempt to use water to quench the fire. If possible, turn off the knob of the gas cylinder. Use fire blanket to cover the fire and use the appropriate fire extinguisher if you're trained to do so.
If the fire becomes uncontrollable, evacuate the building immediately and call the fire service or other appropriate agency for help. Think safety first, always.
This message is brought to you by the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, Abeokuta Field Office, Ogun State.
Ìjọba àpapọ̀ mú owó jálá epo wálẹ̀. Bákan náà, ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti mú àyípadà bá ìpinnu láti fi òfin de àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè kan láti wọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà nínú ìlàkàkà láti mú fi òpin sí ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn kòrónà. Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí, ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ́yín láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ Nta Abeokuta. Ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari ti bu ọwọ́ lu mímú owó jáwá orí epo láti 40.5 náírà wá sí 100.5 náírà. Ẹni tí ó jẹ́ aláṣẹ kékeré fún ọ̀rọ̀ epo bẹntiró ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, ìyẹn Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Silva ni ó kéde yìí níbi ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn akọ̀ròyìn lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ìpàdé ìgbìmọ̀ ìṣàkóso ìjọba àpapọ̀ wáyé tán ní olú ilẹ̀ wa ní ìlú Àbújá. Bákan náà, ẹni tí ó jẹ́ alákòóso fún ọ̀rọ̀ abẹ́lé ní gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tẹ́lẹ̀ Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Rauf Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá sọ àwọn ìpinnu ìjọba àpapọ̀ lórí fífi òfin de àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè 13 kan tí wọ́n kojú ìpèníjà àrùn coronavirus pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn wọn tí ó lé ní 1,000 kan tí wọ́n ti ṣe àgbákò àrùn náà. Bákan náà, ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti yí ìpinnu rẹ̀ padà láti fi òfin de àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè 13 kan tí àwọn ènìyàn rẹ̀ tí wọ́n tó bí 1,000 kan ti ṣe àgbákò àrùn coronavirus. Lára àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè náà ni orílẹ̀-èdè China, Italy, Iran, South Korea, Spain, Japan, France, Germany, Norway pẹ̀lú orílẹ̀-èdè United States of America ti United Kingdom. Bákan náà ni ìlú Netherlands àti Switzerland náà wà lára àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè 13 náà tí ìròyìn sọ wípé àwọn ènìyàn ìpínlẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè wọ̀nyí kojú ìpèníjà àrùn coronavirus tí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà kò bá sì ṣe ohun tó tọ́ àti ohun tó yẹ, ohun gbogbo lè túbọ̀ búrẹ́kẹ́ sí i. Láti lè mú kí fífún rere ètò ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí jẹ́ ìtẹ́wọ́gbà, ikọ̀ ìpolongo Challenge Initiative ti gbé ìpolongo rẹ̀ dé iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ láti ṣe ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ níbẹ̀. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Kẹ́mi Olúsíkírù ló mú ìbọ̀ ẹgbọ́ síwájú sí i látẹnu Àyọ̀adé Elégbèdé.
Oyún níní ni ó jẹ́ ìpele kan nínú ìgbé ayé àwọn obìnrin léyìí tó ṣe pàtàkì jùlọ látàrí bí ó ṣe jẹ́ wípé wọ́n mú wá sí ayé àwọn ọmọ tuntun jòjòló mìíràn léyìí tí yóò túbọ̀ mú kí ìdàgbàsókè tẹ̀síwájú nípa ti ọ̀rọ̀ ilé ayé. Ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà ní àgbáríjọ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè lágbàáyé ti ń ké gbàjarè wípé ó pọn dandan láti wá ọ̀nà sí àwọn lọ́kọláya yóò fi mú ẹ̀dínkù níbà iye tí àwọn tí ó ti fẹ́ra wọn sílé tí wọ́n ń bí lójúnà àti lè bàrí dájú pé ìtọ́jú tó péye ló dé bá àwọn ọmọdé. Pẹ̀lú irúfẹ́ ìpè báyìí ni ó mú kí àgbáríjọ àjọ kan tí kìí ṣe ti ìjọba tí wọ́n pe orúkọ rẹ̀ ní The Challenge Initiative tí wọ́n ṣe ìpàdé pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jẹ́ èèkàn àti àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ kàn pàápàá níbi ẹ̀ka ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn àti àwọn tí ó wà ní àwọn ẹ̀ka lóníranran ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lójúnà àti lè bá ṣe àwárí àwọn èèyàn tí yóò wúlò lọ́pọ̀ yanturu nínú títa àwọn èèyàn lólobó lórí ìdí tí ó fi yẹ láti máa mú ẹ̀dínkù dé bá iye ọmọdé léyìí tí wọ́n ń bí wá sáyé. Níbi ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ ọ̀hún ni wọ́n ti sọ di mímọ̀ wípé ipa tí iléeṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ ń kó ni ó jẹ́ èyí tí a ò lè fọwọ́ rọ́ sẹ́yìn rárá àti wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n ti ṣe àṣìgbọ́ nípa ti ọ̀rọ̀ fífi ẹ̀dínkù àti ètò sí ọmọ bíbí látàrí bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n wí pé ó pọn dandan láti mú kí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ kí wọ́n wá ọ̀nà tí wọn yóò fi ṣe ìtanilólobó ohun ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ lórí àwọn ètò ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí lóníranran. Nígbà tí òun náà ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ṣíṣe ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí, ọ̀kan lára àwọn tí ó léwájú ikọ̀ ọ̀hún ni ó sọ ọ́ di mímọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n ti ṣe àṣìgbọ́ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí.
tó àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn wa fún ti àsìkò yìí kò ní ju báyìí lọ, pàdé wa nígbà míì fún àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn ọ̀tún. Ó dìgbà, oorun ìlà ó sùn. Mekuta Hujayi, when the Clemson television hot on the Podutome to Abeokuta, William Tower Lawrence Kandono. Ayitega Muhammadu Buhari kò dálò ẹ̀mí àdókò dọ̀nà yìí ní èdèkò pàápàá ìtòsí sàpẹ̀trómì san àpẹ náírà kan òkò ìran àtọ́tò kan léjì dó náírà kan òkò ìran kòlòkun àtọ́ lítìrì dòkòdòkun àyítẹ̀ sínú kókòrìgòtọ́ àwùtọ́ ná pẹ̀trómì kan ló hólẹ̀ tìǹpù sílvà wẹ̀lá òkú ìtọ́jẹ̀gbònú tó gbòòrò ètò ìwàlẹ̀ kan tó pọ̀ hẹ́ẹ̀nì kan tọ́lẹ̀ tó òpin àìsísí àkọọ́dù tí tó bá sítọ́ àyító ìtọ́gbòdò mọ́dọ̀pọ̀wẹ̀ àyító ìsínú kókórígòtọ́ ná òkọ̀gbọ́ọ̀kúnlẹ̀ dáwé Rauf Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá lọ́sùlọ́sù sọ́dọ̀ ṣoṣo dógbọ̀n òkóhèdò òsèlè yìí tó bá ìgọ̀gbẹ̀ tọ́lẹ̀ tán dàlẹ̀ ètò tó pọ̀ dùbà sí ebù àyítẹ̀ wíyàtọ̀ pápán èébà sídọ̀ yétò àwọn àfòtòdì fi èèpo mẹ́kùsàn coronavirus fún ẹ̀rẹ̀ tó dẹ̀rù ìkílẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ èkó jẹnìdè san tẹlifíṣàn ọ̀tọ̀ tó pọ́ọ́dù tọ̀mẹ̀ dẹ́kọ̀ sọ̀sọ̀sọ̀ tó kú náà gáwọn olùkótọ́ sí ìkọ́mi kágàjẹsọ̀ àlọ́sọ́dọ̀ máwùtọ́ náà tètò ní mẹ́kọ́jì níbo dọ́dàgbé èsì ìpèdénù.
Ẹ káalẹ́ ẹ̀yin olùgbọ́ mi, ṣé dáadáa la tó bá yín ní àṣálẹ́ yìí, yóò máa dùn fún yín, kò ní kọ́ o, ilé yóò ní dàrú o, ẹ̀yin ọkọ àti aya lórúkọ Jésù yóò bára yín kalẹ̀ o, ó gbé ìkọ̀sílẹ̀ kò ní wọ ìdílé yín o, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàdúrà. Ọlọ́run a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ torí pé ẹ̀yin Ọlọ́run lẹ ṣètò ìgbéyàwó, ẹni ká máa bí ká máa rẹ̀ sí àdúpẹ́ fún oore ọ̀fẹ́ yìí, bàbá ẹ gba ọpẹ́ wa. Àwọn tí ń wo ojú rẹ lórúkọ Jésù Olúwa yọ́nú sí wọn, jẹ́ wọ́n gbọ́mọdé. Àwọn tọkọtaya tí ìjà wà láàrin wọn, mo pàṣẹ àlàáfíà jọ máa jọba, ká lè máa yàn lógo, ká lè máa dúpẹ́ Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa, àmín. Kókó tí mo bá fi gbà yín níyànjú òun náà ni ìkọ̀sílẹ̀ láàrin ọkọ àti láya. Mo mú ọ̀rẹ́ jáde nínú ìwé mímọ́, kìí ṣe ìwé ìrètí Mátì orí 19 bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ẹsẹ̀ 3 tí dé 6 tó kà báyìí pé àwọn Farisí wá sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀, wọ́n dán án wò, wọ́n sì gbú pé wọ́n àtọ́ fún ọkùnrin kí ó kọ aya rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ nítorí ọ̀ràn gbogbo. Ó dáhùn ó sì rí fún wọn pé ẹ̀yin kò tí ì kà á pé ẹni tó dá wọn nígbà àtìkọ́ṣe ó dá wọn ti akọ àti abo. Ó sì wí pé ìtorí ilé ọkùnrin yóò ṣe fi bàbá àti ìyá rẹ̀ sílẹ̀, yóò fà mọ́ aya rẹ̀, àwọn méjèèjì á sì di ara kan. Nítorí náà wọn kì í ṣe méjì mọ́ bí kò ṣe ara kan. Nítorí náà ohun tí Ọlọ́run bá sọ dọ̀kan, kí ènìyàn kí ó má ṣe yà wọ́n, tàbí kí ohunkóhun má ṣe yà wọ́n, bí a bá sọ dọ̀kan. Kí ènìyàn kí ó má ṣe yà wọ́n, tàbí kí ohunkóhun má ṣe yà wọ́n, They are no longer two, but they are one. Ẹ̀yin ará mi nínú Olúwa, ìgbéyàwó là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wá mú ní yẹpẹrẹ. Kẹ́ni kó má ṣe yàwó, oríṣiríṣi ló fa ìgbéyàwó sẹ́yìn. Ti ẹ̀rí ọkùnrin míì, a níyàwó òun òbí ọkùnrin, a lóun fẹ́ kọ̀ sílẹ̀. Irú ìwà wo ni? Ṣé ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń sọmọ ni dàbí Ọlọ́run ló ń sọmọ? Wọ́n wá ròyìn tá a bá rọ okòògùn tó lè jẹ́ pé ó lè mú èdè kò yédè wá nínú ìgbéyàwó yín, ẹ jẹ́ ká mú kúrò. Mo ti wà ní ìgbéyàwó kan tó jẹ́ pé àwọn méjèèjì wọ́n ti jọ pinnu kí wọ́n máa jọ ṣe ìgbéyàwó lọ́jọ́ náà. Wọ́n lè jọ dé ilé Ọlọ́run nígbà tó tó àsìkò àti sowọ́pọ̀ tí òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí pé ìwọ alágbájá ìjọ òfin alágbájá lásìkò láti fi ṣe aya. Nígbà tó máa bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ ìgbéyàwó gan lọkùnrin ló kí ni olóòwò ṣe mọ́ ó lè bẹ̀yìn ó lè lọ. Ìjẹ́ Ọlọ́run fi ààyè fún irú ẹ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n orí ọmọbìnrin yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ wọ́n gbé kúrò ńbẹ̀ ni. Mo wá rọ̀ wá ẹ̀yin ará mi nínú Olúwa. Ètò ìgbéyàwó láti ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ni kì í sí ọ̀dọ̀ ènìyàn. Ìkọ̀sílẹ̀ ti wọ́pọ̀ tó yẹ kó dẹ̀ ń bí Ọlọ́run nínú. Mo rọ̀ yín ẹ̀yin ará mi nínú Olúwa. Ọlọ́run ló ní ìgbéyàwó. Gbogbo ìgbéyàwó tó jẹ́ pé kùdìẹ̀kùdìẹ̀ nú, mo pàṣẹ àlàáfíà síbẹ̀. Àlàáfíà Ọlọ́run kó máa jọba. Èṣù oníríbìgbà láàárín yín. Lórúkọ Jésù ọ̀bára yín kalẹ̀. Ní orúkọ Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa. Àmín. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
International Film Festival. And guess what? All tickets have been sold, like no jokes, no caps. All tickets for this film festival has been sold. And this is one of the biggest films out here in the industry. We are really excited because Nollywood is putting us on the map constantly. And we say kudos to all the cast and crews that made it for the movie Enwimofe. And guess what? It stands a chance at winning the GFFW Best Feature Film Award. So fingers crossed on that one. We really hope that they get it. And once again, congratulations. Next up, we're talking about the coronavirus, now known as COVID-19, which we all know is in Lagos, Nigeria. But everybody is coming together to talk about it, educate people about it, sensitize, and enlighten every single person about this virus. And even our celebrities have jumped on the train and they're passing the messages in various ways, including through comedy.
You're doing well there. Thank you. If you touch me, you die. The theme for this week is not hugging, not touching. You have not heard of corona. See this one? It's already coughing. And you cannot go and check yourself in the health center whether you have not catch virus. You think it's by using mask. You don't know that you need to be careful of your surroundings, your immediate environment. Oh, look at this one. We are talking to you, you are still putting hand inside nose. You don't know, you need to be careful how you touch your body now. And if I tell you use hand sanitizer, you wash your hand regularly. I pity you people, I pity all of you. I say no, okay, no touching. Daddy! Oh, Freaky! Oh, Daddy! Hi! Oh, you're doing well, my dear.
Daddy, I'm not doing well at all.
What's the problem?
I'm just coming back from the clinic. I've been coughing and sneezing.
That was really enlightening by Mr. Macaroni. Anyways, let's all endeavor to stay safe, wash our hands regularly, and please keep your hands to yourself and stop touching people's faces. All right, next up, we're looking at Oprah Winfrey, the very legendary television presenter, TV host, and entertainer who recently slipped and fell on